Welcome to Citizen Sleeper. Right, guys, I did some vocal warm-ups and some tongue twisters, so maybe I'm gonna be speaking and reading clearer. I hope so. If not, it's all a scam, bro. I remember after the video ended, I ended the cycle, so I slept, and I got some crazy rolls. Watch this. Yeah, look at this, bro. What the hell? Gimbal Lounge. Alright, let's descend. Where can I spend these sixes? Here, maybe? Patrol the ward. This gives energy. Alright, there's also the low end. Yatagan Insider by Yatagan. It seems working with Rabia is your best chance to get insight into the organization. Should maybe check this, the low end. Low ender +2, -3 Creo if you lose. Plitava. Block maintenance. Okay. There's two clocks here that we can progress. If not, also have to work here. But that's like, this is on my back burner, bro. Yeah. There's some more important stuff than Mr. Him. Because I do want to disable my tracker. That's what I want to do. And I heard Tambor is somewhere in the low ends. What was that? There's like this white flashing that keeps fucking happening. It's pissing me off. Rabia's office. Is it Rabia or Rabia? If not, we can go here, cross the greenway. We have our spores growing. There's also the Himfa stuff, Haifa commune. This gives +3, but it's safe, so I don't want to waste like 6 rolls on safe stuff, do I? I guess let's do low end. Seems like the move. Do some low end stuff. Like right here. Alright. Neutral outcome. Oh, you lose cryo. Okay, I see. How about this? How much does this give? Oh, it gives energy as well? Well, this seems like the move, no? Bro, that's huge, what? It gives energy and progresses the low end thing. It's not fucking bad, is it? Let's do this here. Maybe it gives 3, huh? Oh, you win 3 cryo. Okay, that's not much. I'd much rather gain some energy, because that actually costs a bit more. I think, wait. I think it's about the same, actually. Anyways, we're missing one now. New drive, what? What's my new drive? Oh, shit, because now it just discovered 3 more things. Tambor Tea House, bro, that's where Feng is. Oh, what the hell is this? Gather materials. This half-built unit looks long forgotten. A project that never made it. With enough scrap, you might be able to seal it up. Scrap pile. Before attempting to fix this place, you'll need to amass enough scrap to make the repairs. I mean, I got a bunch of components, so here, take it. Okay. Tracking Haven Gate. Oh, I got you. We've heard that the Yatagan enforcer based here has been playing low-end residents for information on Havinge movements. Hand in the gun box. As you go to leave the Tambur Tea House, a hand falls on your shoulder. Sleeper, Feng hisses from behind you. How did you find me? penguin. The penguin, what are you? What are you? He thinks for a second. Oh, do you mean? He mimes throwing a gun in his mouth. There was... That wasn't meant for you specifically, but he cringes. Look, it doesn't matter. Come, let's sit. Feng guides you down a set of stairs to one of the tambour lower levels. The tea house is stacked with curved mezzanines, all connected by a central atrium. The levels are filled with makeshift booths and bars, and conversation bounces busily off the metal walls. Feng sees you looking around. This place used to be a fuel tanker's main drum, hence the name. The tea house part is a bit of a misnomer though. You can get anything the eye offers from this place, but real tea isn't exactly readily available. He picks a booth itself fashioned from some old salvage tank or tanker. Hold on, my cat is behind my monitors. Boonga. Lined with spongy insulation, foam collapses into it. He looks around furtively. Don't suppose you've seen any Havage types. They don't usually come out this far. Only you. Ha. Not anymore, I'm afraid. Suspended without appeal, turns out Hardin has someone's ear. He grins. Doesn't bother me, though. It shows me I hit a nerve back there. He picks a scrappy, hand-scrawled menu from the table and tosses it over. What are you drinking? What's the plan? Plan. He waves his hand. Let's order first. Feng is right, the menu is ridiculous. There's at least 10 different infusions, most of which you can't make out. But the paper is dominated by an extensive complement of esoteric alcohols and cocktails. Black tea is listed without a price as a seasonal specialty. So you ran into Hardin. Was he pissed? Feng doesn't wait for an answer. That snake is so self-righteous he might actually believe that Erling would approve of his meritocratic bullshit. He taps on the table. If Havage was like it should be, like it was founded to be, they would have shouted him down at any council meeting he dared to mention true citizens, he says, but I guess his kind run the place now. A young woman with a vine tattoo snaking up her arm turns up at the booth, a slate in hand. You order? You skim the menu, your eyes glazing over. Time to pick something. Let's use a kelp infusion, bro. She nods and notes, and she begins looking at Feng, but when she sees him, she suddenly stops. What the? Feng shrinks a little. You're supposed to be working. This is your shift, he grins sheepishly. Stay out of it. Look, Jenna, let's just say this is my break. My friend here has been through a lot. Jenna looks between the two of you. Cough. Jenna gives you a look like hard vacuum. 2 minutes, that she says, Jenna, pointing at Feng. And only because I don't want to get dragged into whatever this is, she gestures at a table and walks off. But Feng stretches out in the booth. You know how it is, we all have to eat, plus he leans in. This is the best place around here for a person you might be looking for. Cool. Remember that web of connections that Hardin pinged the moment we confronted him? Those are his collaborators, and if we want to understand what a Solheim executive might be getting up to on the eye, those are the people we have to find. Feng is almost whispering now. There's a couple of them I suspect are in the low end as well. Almost everyone in the low end comes through this place at one time or another. He brings a modified slate onto the table. I've set this up so when anyone with network signature I'm looking for comes into close proximity, it'll mark them. Once they're marked, we can break through their access protocols and get to the good stuff inside. We just have to find them first, hence moonlighting as a waiter. Suddenly a smile grows across his face. Wait, I have an idea. Oh no. Look, I can't cover enough of the low end on my own, and so far I've had no matches in this place. With the two of us, we can cover more ground. What we're getting into. Well, Feng has a hand dog look. What the fuck is a hang dog? We need you to get out and about in the low end in close proximity to as many people in residence as possible. And as it turns out, my friend Ming Gi needs some help with deliveries. As in Ming Gi Express, I already know him. Perfect. Feng places a tiny receiver on the table. This connects to my slate and runs the same marking protocol if you go near any of our targets. So all you have to do is take some delivery shifts for old Min Gi, and soon enough to have this place covered. Feng. Don't give me that. You think I'll like working here? And I thought you could use the tips. He grins. We're in this together. Are we? Yes, you think Hardin is happy to have you wandering around the place? He might have let you wander off now, but I'm sure he has his eye on you. This on you too. This is on you too. Feng slips the slate back under, slip back. Feng slips his slate back under his clothes. Just head on up to Mingi Express, take a delivery shift, and we'll see what shakes up. If you manage to find anyone and extract any data, bring it right down here. They have me on double shifts, so I shouldn't be hard to find. Jenna walks past carrying a tray of drinks. It probably catches Feng's eye. I don't think she's bringing your drink, he stands. I think it's time we called this meeting to a close. You grab the receiver from the table and slip it into a pocket. See you soon, sleeper. Stay safe, Feng adds, before turning and walking off towards the bar, whistling as he does. I feel like he'll do literally anything for revenge. And I don't think he can actually disable our tracker. I think he's just like leading us by the dick, bro. Express delivery. Noodle manufacturer. Okay, I see. Alright, let's go sleep. I'll just sleep here, bro. Wait, do I not have access to it anymore? Yeah, I do. I'm probably gonna need to buy a pill. I take a pill in a bees. Oh. Look at what we got, friends. 5, which we put here. And that's gonna give us energy. And probably also finish this. Maybe I should just use a 3. Odds are positive from 25. Huge. Wait, what? Oh, what is this? Caster. Curious data fence. You cross between two walls of units, one of the cavernous trees at the center of the low end. The pressurized bridge is full of the clack of tavla, the shouts of children, and whir of air filters. Sleeper, you turn to see a man sitting at a tablet table alone, somehow untouched by the hustle and bustle of the people around. He gestures to the stool on the opposite side of the table. Sit. You sit at the metal stool and he starts setting out the board with counters, or at least the filler caps. Ones typically use their interplace. Caster, he says by the way of introduction, looking over his glasses. Night or day, he asks, gesturing the caps, crudely sprayed with black or white. White and black. He rotates the boards so white caps are in front of you. Let's begin. You take a plastic die each, put it and warn and roll, determine who starts. Caster rolls a 6, you 4. I lead, he smiles. He begins to move his first cap precisely along the board. Play passes back and forth between you, the dice changing hands as the caps spread along the board. As it does, Caster speaks, eyes not leaving the caps. It is unusual to see a sleeper on the eye. That's why I wanted to play you. You take a turn rolling a 5 and a 6. Play carefully. After all, sleeper mind must be somehow different to a human mind, being emulated, I mean. As Caster talks, you build up a wall of caps, stacking them safely across the board. Progress is slow, but you remain unexposed. I don't mean to offend you, Caster meets your eye. I really see that you are by definition different. What has been subtracted in the emulation, what has been added? He slides a single cap onto an open point, a risk and an opportunity. He hands you a dice. Do you ever think about the sleeper? About what you were before you are now? Always. You roll a double 1 and solidify your wall. Caster whistles. The holding game commendable. It can be brave to build from what came before. He rolls the dice and leaps your wall in single moves. But we cannot idle too long, sleeper. The slower we move, the sooner we are caught. The past you is not just an idea, a concept for you. It's a living, breathing person. He looks up over his glasses, that is bright and wide. You split from them like a shadow splitting from its caster. They may be sleeping now, yes, but one day they will awake and carry on with their lives, unaware of your fate, no matter what it may be. He hands you a die, smiling. You are a branch severed from the main trunk, an offshoot who refuses to die, so to speak. You roll again under pressure now, trying to slip your caps out from under Caster's before he solidifies control of the game. So what am I curious about is how you see yourself in all of this. Caster asks, what does this tangle of truth make you? Doomed, bro. This, he nods, is hard to disagree with. Caster looks away through the glasses. What? Oh, Caster looks away through the glass to the crowd units on all sides. Though I wish it wasn't true, he starts removing caps. His His homeboard now full, but I wonder if you are any more doomed than the rest of us. You try a few more rolls, attempt to get back in the game, but Casters clears his homeboard with a sense of inevitable. A sense of the the sense of the inevitable. He has known he was winning for a while. I feel I may have pushed too far. He slides another cap from the board. I apologize. My curiosity has a habit of getting the better of me. You roll to return a cap to the board, but all the spaces are blocked. Caster slaps his hands apologetically. You play really, your weakness is not your game. He smiles warmly. We have much to learn from each other. He slides his glasses back up his nose and sits back. I feel we could share knowledge, ideas, perhaps even data. His eyes glint with the last word. To our mutual benefit, he slides his final cap from the board. It is over, he has won. I'll see. Please, I won't make you uncomfortable. He holds up his palms. My intention is only to help you endure here, and if I am able to feed my curiosities. The game over, you notice the bustle of the walkway once more, the call of children, the deliveries, the arguments, and reconciliations. They watch over you as you stand and leave, Caster nodding goodbye as you do. Crossing the walkway, you replay the moves of the game in your mind, looking for an opening you sure was there. He cheated? Okay, I can give him a bunch of data. Wait, what? Did the game bug out? Look. But who the fuck wanted Havengate data? The more. Oh, because I put it there. Wow, that's such a strange bug. Oh, I have to. Wait, what? Okay, game's bugged. Oh my god. Okay, guess I have to. Tied cryo? Oh my god, I bugged the game out, bro. Guess I have to use all of my Havengate data? That's so annoying. Okay, I genuinely bugged out the game. Alright, hopefully it unbugged, bro. Didn't waste all my shit. Yeah, it unbugged. Thank God. Okay, I guess let's get the Feng stuff going, no? Because I do want to fucking get rid of this express delivery. Little 6 section. Let's see what happens if you get perfect. Plus plus. Ooh. I get a positive here again. Oh, nice. Oh, and it's done, boys. We got a decent bunch of money as well, so it's not bad at all. Sleeper, you see Feng coming up to the corridor as you step out of the main gaze. The kelp noodle smell is still clinging to your clothes. He comes up fast and close, looking around suspiciously. I don't have long, take these. Feng palms a couple of those metal thumbnail-sized drives, or ripper worms. My site has been buzzing like crazy. It seems your delivery ships have turned up for 2 targets. He squeezed your shoulder. I knew you could do it now. We nailed those snakes. What do we do? Hardin boys are all connected by some kind of closed network. You break the access protocols on both of them. You should be able to gain location of the nearest network ports. Send the ripper worms into those ports, and one each, and they'll feed me anything and everything stored in Hardin shadow network. He smiles. Can't wait to see what juicy plans they have in here and there. You hear the scuffle of boots as the group comes up a corridor, like on their way to place an order from Mingy. You turn around for a second, and when you look back, Feng's already halfway down the corridor. That was the direction. He raised a hand, farewell, and is gone. You run your finger over a tiny ripper worm drive in your pocket, and smile to yourself as you wonder how mad Jen will be at Feng for this little excursion. Time to slot some worms. Slot them where? In here? One Hardin agent. I need to roll some stuff before I do this. I think so. Okay, let's go sleep again. I really want this fucking tracker disabled, bro. Okay, after this one we gotta buy a pill. Also got some scrap. Shouldn't put that into the new house. Jump on the help. Ooh, look at these rolls, bro. Or it's sleeper Morris is waiting for you on your way out. How you been? Surviving. Morris nods, doesn't struggle, he glances around. He runs his hand through his hair. I've been meaning to ask you, sleeper, what's it like? He pauses suddenly, sure, I mean, you know, what does it feel like to be a sleeper? Yeah, he shrugs. Getting used to it. That's good, he pauses, really good. I wanted to say I have a lot of sympathy for it. Like having to find a place, having to survive, having no future. He looks down, a lot of people around here understand that. Mertz looks away and you notice him for the first time. Not just as Bliss's assistant, but as someone with their own worries, their own struggles, their own life. You feel bad for not noticing earlier. Mertz looks back at you anyways. Got a message for you. Bliss sent me down. We've scored another contract and she needs your help. That's the message. She pauses. Look, I know last time the payment didn't come through, but you did good work. Bliss knows that. That's on her. She's doing her best, alright? Let's see. He doesn't respond to you up there. I mean, I'm just suspicious, bro. Like, she didn't care at all where that money went. Turns and strides off, leaving you in the corridor. Time to help Bliss, and maybe this time you think to yourself it'll work out. Yeah, I don't think it will, but it's a video game, bro. We rolled 3 6s. Damn, bye. Oh, let's go see what's up. What the fuck? Critical action. Well. Easy positive sacrifice section. Oh man, this is gonna take forever. How many cycles do I have? Oh, okay, I get it now. This is like a negative clock because if you fuck this up too much, it breaks. So you can only input good dice. I mean, I got some decent dice. Maybe even too good. Yeah, 2 for 1. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, we got a bunch of. It'll work. Let's see if we actually make money this time, bro. Okay, 3. Let's go see if we can get one of those Haven Gate agents. Oh, not Haven Gate. Wait, no, it is. No, it's Hardin's agents. 6 and 4. Damn. Okay, I didn't know it was this fucking 6. Damn. 3 easy. Here you go. Extract data. Hardin agent ports. Just spotted pro close Ripper orb. Alright, next one is a 6 or a 4. Alright, good to know. Also, we need to eat. Let's see what kind of food they sell. Ah, none. Great. Oh, these guys. Also none. Okay, let's go see our boy, Memphis. Wait, where the fuck is he? Oh, there he is. And let's buy a submeds as well. Oh wait, they're back. Oh wait, they haven't left. Fuck. 32. 32? For ship mine. How much do I get for ship mine course? 150. Whoa. That's some good deals, bro. What the hell? That's some passive income. What about here? How much do I get for a ship mine fragment here? Because I can buy it for 24. Right? For 32. 32 times, so that's 50 profit. It's not fucking bad at all. Let's buy 2. Then they eventually come back. Or I can actually get some, yeah, once they also leave and come back, I will also buy from them. Then I'll craft one and make a bunch of money. Okay, good. Okay, let's go take our pill and sleep. Let's focus on the Zebul Detractor, bro. I hope Meng isn't fucking us, bro. I think I need a 4 for the Yataga, not Yataga, I mean Hardin agent. Yep. Let's go to Feng. As you walk into the town board, you quickly spot Feng arguing with Jenna. Approach. You come up behind Feng and he turns and notices you. Jenna stops mid-tirade as you arrive. She turns to you again. You here to vouch for this layabout? I am. As well, what are you two up to? Feng winks and interjects. It's like I told you, Jenna. I'm helping them out, getting them settled, sorting their life out. They're a sleeper, you know what that means. Softens. She looks a little embarrassed. Of course I know. She stops to think. Look, Feng, I get it. You're trying to help, but if you want to keep this job, you're going to need to be a bit more reliable. Feng nods. Suddenly, it won't happen again, Jenna, I promise. She looks suspiciously between the two of you. Okay, then she turns it to you. And I look. I didn't mean to. Just be cool, right? She turns and walks back to the bar. Well, didn't know you'd stand up for me, sleeper. Feng claps you on the back. Appreciate the solidarity. He takes out his slate, pulsing with pale light. Now let's take a look at what you're really here for. The slate is whirring in a mess of cold streams coming direct from the Ripper Worm as they dig for the ages data and spit it into threads to pick up anything good. Feng scrolls to finger a lot of junk, a lot of dual cell messages threads, a lot of tedious data caches, but Feng eyes clash. Definitely some good stuff. He stops his screen, scrolling an entry and expands it. Check this out. Feng shows you the screen. You see a bold corporate logo, not Solheim's, and the word below. Conway, Feng says. He's working for Conway. Conway Extractions, right? And nods. He's been speaking with them personally. Got a whole chain of messages here, but it's mostly encrypted and redacted. I was like, damn it, this is juicy, but we can't nail it with him. He scrolls some more. Wait. What's this? A wasteland reclamation facility here on the eye. He glances at you. What's the bed this place is stuck with the wastes? Conway set up there? I'm guessing so. Got themselves set up in the wastes. Back before the collapse, people would have got there by going down the connected spoke from the hub, but that spoke is broken now. So they went the long way around the rim, past the greenway. He shows you his slate. Feng looks away thinking, Conway have been making moves on the system since the collapse. Here they took over one of the Solheim's old belt colonies a while ago, moved everyone out and reclaimed the whole rock. What's the rank? Hardin has to be offering them something. Feng looks back at the screen. But if Hardin is involved in it, then we need to check it out. Simple as that. There's a wild goose chase. Yeah, maybe it is. Feng slides and slate away. But what have we got to lose? Feng looks up at you. Hardin was a Solheim executive. That's not something you just walk away from. People like that don't change. You don't make your money from exploiting the most vulnerable people in the system one day and then flip onto their side the next. I'm not about to drop this. He pinged these guys the moment he was found out, and they started prattling on about this Conway facility. The way I see it, Feng stares in the middle of the distance. We have to get to that facility, then, or whatever Hardin has been preparing, but planning has been there, and we are to catch him in the act. Give me 5, maybe 6 cycles, and then I'll see you on the greenway. Fuck. I seem to remember there's some old service docks on the outer shell, up by the Haifa buildings. Should be a good place to meet. Feng squeezes your shoulder. Thanks again, Sleeper, sticking with this. I haven't forgotten about that tracker of yours either, but I want to need to be back in my bay to pull the solution together. He turns the slate around to face you, showing a massive scrunch code. Bringing on the fix in my brakes. He winks. Feng grins widely. Now I've just gotta ask for some time off from Jenna. Wish me luck. He waves as he walks past the bar where Jenna is standing, look of deep exhaustion in her eyes. Hey, we got an upgrade point. Maybe I should stock up and like get a 3-point upgrade. Alright. To the relic unit. And also, are the mushrooms ready? Because I want some mushrooms. Okay, let's go see what's with the payment stuff. Give me my money. Give me my money. Neutral. Positive. Nice. You and Bliss are floating in the bay's airlock, waiting for it to cycle. You pick a few leaves from your clothes as you wait. They float around the chamber as it is carried by a lazy wind. Clean work. Bliss bows a little. Well, thank you, Sleeper. You didn't do so by yourself. She checks her tool belt. Seems like we're getting into a good rhythm. The now familiar sequence of clunks and rattles sounds out, and then the door hits open. The moment it does, you know something has once again gone wrong. What's all this? Bliss asks, confused, looking at Morris. Beside him are a set of crates anchored to the bay floor. He has clearly just brought them in for the base fright lock. Morris looks nervously between the two of you and answering its payment. He runs handle on the crate. The Cinecore seat crew just brought them over. He stops, but seeing the look on Bliss' face adds, they were very thankful. I bet they were. She clenched her fist. What the hell is inside? Morris leads over and struggles with catches on each side top crate as he does listeners who don't say Bliss. She says, don't you dare say it. Say what? You know, she looks back at you. This isn't my fault. Mertz finally gets the catches free and the lids float off, drifting to the bay as the small brown lump floats up to Mertz. Up with it, Mertz reaches it and catches it. Peasant, is that a mushroom? A damn mushroom. They paid us in mushrooms? Not just mushrooms, healed up. A clump of produce. Sort of like a goddamn Haifa commune. Should have known they didn't have chits to rub between them. She knocks a small brown mushroom across the bay. Stop, listeners. These are good, fresh, we can sell them. To who? We're in a grocer now, we need to cryo, otherwise the whole bay will shut down. We can't pay for parts with leafy greens. She waggles them in Mora's face. I can use them. This reason I brought what? 4 whole crates? Even you can't be that hungry. Get a few out, but the rest will sell. At least Moritz will sell them if he's so eager. Morris closes up the crates and starts moving them. This isn't that bad, Bliss. It's a step in the right direction. He glances at you, looking for a backup. They'll sell well. Looks like I went to business with a couple of wannabe farmers. She laughs. Prove me wrong. Show me this as a windfall. She kicks you up. She kicks away towards the new patched together terminal. Till then, I'll be working on how to keep this place open. Burst mouths thank you and goes back to moving the crates. You better be on your way too. That's all I get. Oh, whatever. Let's go see how many I get from my farm. I have to roll to harvest them? Bruh. 2 random rare mushrooms. Get fucking mushrooms, bro. What the hell? Oh, this is where Feng will be. I guess I'll be a Haifa member, bro. Let me go check, make sure that I'm not missing an actually important clock. Where's Emphis? Oh, he wants the rare ones. Oh, fuck me, bro. Is there an easy clock somewhere? The bar? Oh, this is engineering stuff. No, why not? This could give me the last scrap I need. Nope. Neutral. Alright, whatever. Okay, I guess we gotta... I guess I'll try to progress. Fuck, I don't know. I guess we'll see. I don't have any scrap left. Let's go sleep. Okay, let's go harvest some mushrooms as well. And we need the rare ones, bro. So I can sell the 3 I got. So that's decent. That's 80 bucks. I put in 100, but... Actually, no, I think it was 80, so I made my money back. Let's get all these rare mushrooms. Amazing. Just in case Emphis wants the other ones, I'll just do this. Why not? Make sure I don't have to like redo this maybe. I got an upgrade point. Well, well, well. Oh, I can only put spores in here, bruh. Oh, that's sad. Okay, let me go collect the passive income. Please positive. Nice, huge. I'm the fucking mushroom collector, bro. Alright, now that's gonna be ticking down. Reroll. Ooh, whoa, 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 whoa. Let's go eat. By that I mean let's go give mushrooms to bro. Bro, I have mushrooms for you. Where is he? There he is. Where can I sell these fucking mushrooms though? Oh yeah, now he has to prepare them. Bro, what are you? Now let's go here. And let's sell. Oh, the 80 is for Matsuke. So who the fuck buys Girol scraps? Wait. Who the fuck buys Girol caps? No one? Oh shit. Yeah, never mind, bro. We got fucked. I got 3 mushrooms, bro. Alright, well done. What happened to Caster, bro? Whatever. Well, let's just... Oh, wait. Can I even eat at Emphas anymore? Nope. Oh. Who sells food now? Wait, who sells food now? Hold on, what the fuck? Am I fucked? Wow, I don't think I can buy food anymore. I think I have to... Wait, Caster's table? What the fuck is this? Oh, yeah, he wants the... Is there a restaurant up here? Oh, I think there is. I think this is... Oh. And this isn't great food, by the way. This is shitty food. This only gives 2. Oh, it gives 3 now. Okay, it's still more expensive than Memphis, though, so... Not a fan. Whatever, we'll be rich soon. Maybe, I don't know, man. You need to find a fucking mushroom merchant, bro. I need scrap as well. Okay, let's think. Let's maybe do this and hope we get some scrap. Because it's an engineering action, right? And with my perk, I have a chance to get scrap, no? Yes. 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 Yes, random scrap item. Huge. Alright, now we have 2 houses. 3 houses, actually, bro. Seal unit? Bruh. Okay, if I do all this and it's not better than like the default one, I'm gonna be livid. This actually please use 6s because I don't have pluses. So let's use a 6 here, why not? Also, we're running out of money. That's an issue. But from what I saw, how much money is this? None. Okay, how about this? 24? Yeah, this could be stonks. Real. Or I could just go harvest some data, you know? One of those options is open to me. God, I really wish I'm not fucking up because I need that tracker disabled, bro. And also the death of bro, but I don't really care about him. When are these back? 2 days. 2 days. Okay, let's go see. Okay, what do we have? I have a 6, so let's maybe spend it on the house. Maybe let's go try to be a member of the Haifa commune. Maybe I can do this. Yeah, I got insider. This gives energy. This gives scrap components. Scrap components equals money. But I need energy right now, so... I see. Okay, that's nice. That's the way to get energy and progress. Oh, that's actually like a good thing I can do. Like on this side. Do this to get energy and progress that clock. Okay, what other clocks do we have? We have the distillery here. We have the Haifa commune, which just camped their asses, but still. Let's reroll these dice. They suck. Wow, I got this. I got a +1 on 1. Awesome. Okay. I mean, I have shitty rolls, so I guess let's go do the Haifa house because it's all safe, and I'm not gonna lose anything by doing this. All right. Engage. Let's do this one. And I got some energy. Eh. Alright, huge. New drive. Wait, what? Crack Conway, yeah, sure, I know about that one. Enter the Greenway. Find a nurturing grove bed for the seed. Like, in here? There's nothing here. Maybe I have to be a member of the Haifa commune for that. Why is this locked? Farm stocks, any clocks here? Only this because I can steal shit, but I'm not gonna do that. Let's go to bed. Okay, we're going to get some money up soon because there's this thing called I need pills. I need pills. Some decent rolls. Let's see what's up with this unit. Should I get a +1 to endure? Just have everything on +1, no? Could that be a good idea? Oh, actually, can I even do that? I think I can. Should I? Because +2 is like a massive buff. +1 is like decent. Let's just gamble it, bro. I fucking knew it, bro. Whatever. Hey, upgrade point. It's the same thing. Why? There's the size of a stray animal that has nosing around a handful of chits for some crackers should be. Whatever, I'll feed the stray, bro. Stray fed. Stray. Hey, it's a cat, okay. Worth it. A stray hops into this work surface and looks up at the unit's small window. It doesn't acknowledge your presence, it just sits there besides the tray of crumbled crackers staring at the low end. What is this cat's story? Are there more on the station? You haven't seen another the low end. But in the vast megastructure that means little, that could be a whole colony of cats like this one down in the Warrens. You look at the sleek dark fur, sharp eyes. It doesn't look ragged, it looks at home. In fact, its presence in the unit makes you wonder if the stray's apartment which you are squatting in, much the stray. Though the stray is looking out at the station, you feel its attention on you, waiting for you to spring your trap, to remain relaxed and watch as something flickers inside, perhaps a reflection of a passing ship. The stray settles a little and starts eating, picking at the broken crackers. You don't remember ever having been this close to an animal. It triggers something in you, a recognition of a life, totally unlike your own, but still somehow connected, parallel, and even interwoven. The stray licks crumbs from its fur. You said the stray doesn't like to talk. The stray prefers just to be, you think, just to share a space and moment with those it meets. Respect this, in a way you feel the same. Being here together is enough. You turn your eyes to the window, the one the stray looks out of, and you both watch stars at the ships together. There's something passed between you and the stray, a kind of acknowledgement that you'd share, a sense that each of you might share something with the other, point of connection. Then all at once the stray yawns wide, hops down the unit, and brushes along your legs, and then it's gone to the unit door, or back to the quarters of the low end. Look, Stray, I like you, but I need money, man. I need fucking money, like right now. Should I buff my Intuit? I feel like there's a lot of Intuit stuff. I feel that's a good idea. And then I got a 3. What's the Haifa members shit? How much am I missing? Oh, now let's roll that. Alright. I'm gonna need some money soon. Ah, this unit, bro, is such a fucking... I got trolled. Okay, it's uncycling the unit, bro. Let's see if there's a special. Something that happens. Nope, same old. Alright, 6, 5, 5, and a 4. Sleeper Mortis is leaning against the corner wall. It's time he looks. Big job just came in. Grand finale, you up for it? I'm ready. Alright then, we're in business. He pushes away from the wall. This has to work. Sleeper has to looks down. If it doesn't, are we in trouble? The bay, you mean? Shrugs. We were already in trouble before you got here. The work so far hasn't been enough. Look, Bliss has had a rough time of it. I thought you of all people understand that. He runs for his hand. Sorry, I didn't mean it to be. This is a good one. She gave me a chance. I owe her. He straightens up. I know you have your own things going on, Sleeper. We all do, but the Bay needs someone. Bliss needs someone. Hell, I need someone to help me keep Bliss from spinning out completely. He scratches the side of his head. Otherwise, there's not much I can do. He shakes his head. I would hate not to pay back my debts. Where it stretches, I've got to get back. He nods and walks away. I'm out. See you up there. Hey, am I gonna get my money back? Am I gonna get my money back? Am I gonna get my money back? And we also got Emphas. Let's do that. I'm hungry. Emphas is preparing the Matsutake cabs. He cleans them carefully with a damp cloth before shaving the stalks. As if he was sharpening a pencil, his knife slides through them, revealing the bright white flesh within. These are good, Sleeper. Very good, he says without looking up. I bartended with Mingi for some kelp too, so we can brew the dashi. You know Mingi? Emphas looks up, cutting with a smile. I knew he was going to say that. Everyone knows Mingi. Emphas slides the sliced Matsutake mushrooms to one side and takes out a closed pan. He opens the lid and sees the green water of kelp sitting on a bath of water. What the fuck? A wafer. Been soaking in it since the last cycle, Emphas explains, should be good to warm now. He places the pan over the burner and turns it on low. We have some time now. He wipes his hands clean and throws the cloth over his shoulder. However, there is one difference this cycle, he smiles. You have been the one providing ingredients, so it's my turn to provide a story. Okay. Good, the story is important to me. He gestures for you to both sit on the folding stools behind the stall. You see these? Memphis runs his hand over her forearms, tracing the circular scars that mark them like perfect bite marks. Conway called it an anchored interface rig, a mechanical control device for piloting a heavy-duty extraction suit in low industrial operations. We called it a bone suit. He points to a pattern of large circles on his shoulder. They drill in and anchor it here. Then, all the way down to the arm, he taps each scar on the way. It maps mechanical movements to the suits exactly at one of the mechanical replications. You swing your arm, a 2-ton arm swings too. I've seen the recruitment vids. Strong people in even stronger suits tearing through the stone and scrap. Superheroes. Have my graduation year signed up from company school to company shuttle. Conway from birth to death. He stares off in the distance for a moment, fighting with the memories. But the bone suits weren't good. The rate of failures was high. Failure means both arms torn off, anchors torn out, and broken bones. Bad stuff. So after a while, Conway discontinued them. No longer competitive, they said. He checks the broth, turning down the heat and adding the mushrooms. So there we were, hundreds of us, with surgical alterations for suits that didn't work. They sent us home, back to that company colony that spat us out, to be cleaners, drivers, cooks. They gave us drugs for the pain and told us to make something of ourselves. Then, when I deserted, bribing some passing spacer to take me to orbit, there were only me and a couple of others left. The rest just faded away, arthritis, osteoporosis. They folded in on themselves like paper lanterns. That was my generation. The anchor point still aches, still burned. He touches the scar, but what burns worse is that betrayal. I've been on the eye long enough now, but it will never fade. But that will never fade. Not that, and not the faces of my friends. Memphis reaches over and sprinkles a handful of leaves into the broth. It's ready. Thank you. Thank you for listening to me. I will not let their story die, and as long as I'm telling it, it will remain. Memphis pours the broth into a double-walled metal bowl and hands it to you. The heat radiates through your hands, and the smell drifts up, rich and sharp, like a pine forest after the rain. You drink the broth slowly, chewing the matsutake and thinking. Memphis busies himself with cleaning the pans and bowl, sealing the kettle back up for another day. Then he quietly comes to sit with you while you finish your meal. Neither of you speak, preferring instead to let the story linger in the air a little longer. It's not that there's nothing to say, it's that sometimes in the moment after something speaking breaks the spell, so both idle, eager to be in each other's company. Memphis taking longer over his cleaning, his packing, and savoring the final dregs of broth. When you finally finish and hand him the bowl, you feel the spell break and the story leaves you both. And as you leave, you know that both of you are somehow a little more empty and a little more full than before. Hey, upgrade point. Alright, W. Let's go up. Holy shit. It's a launch photo for the Starward Vector Maiden Voyage is closing. This is going to be a... Wait. Is that not the game of the second game? It is. What the fuck? +2, +3. But if you fail, it removes. Wow. Better not fail, huh? Oh my god. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, I'm gonna have to like spend all my shit on this. Wow. I still need some money. Okay, on one cycle, I did about double. Okay, we can chill a little bit. Let's go spend the 4 getting some money, because I need money. I need money to make more money. Huh? Isn't that beautiful? Oops, I just dragged money there. That's not how that works. Dice. That's a 6 now. And give me that 24 money. Thank you. Alright, now we have 50. And when... Oh, they're back. Alright, beautiful. Let's try to get some scrap. And maybe a ship mine core. Oh, maybe let's get some sheep mine deco. Come on, come on, come on. Ship mine fragment, I mean. Oh, don't do me like this. Ay, 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 ay. Unlucky, bro. I really thought I would get one. Oh well, I can sell the scrap. Actually, yeah. I can also use it to heal myself, but the money is more important right now. Because I don't know when I'm getting that skill. Alright, lost some money, that's fine. It was worth a shot because that would have made us 150 and then we would have been rich. Oh well, c'est la vie. Let's go sleep, bro. Bro, cha-cha. Okay, now I'm wondering when the fuck is Feng gonna be ready? Because, bro, I need my tracker disabled. Oh, look at these rolls, bruh. Oh, Lord. Let's feed the straight at the end of the day. Oh my god, let's make some progress on this fucking... Look at this, bro. Look at this progress. You've never seen progress like this, bro. And then we only need one more dice and it's over. Alright, nice. Let's go down. Sleep, eat. Finish that. And let's feed the cat. Wait, I can feed the... How many times can I feed this tray, bro? Alright. I'll feed it every day. With a little snack. Because I love kids. I have 2 kids. And I love them. Alright, let's go spend these... actually, let's first... Actually, no, let's see. The last one, boys. Let's see how much money we make. Now, if their luck is euphoric, you and Bliss keep grinning at each other like idiots, exhausted, blind, and sore, and aching idiots. Sleeper, that was incredible. She punched in the arm. I never thought we were going to make it. Those idiots tangled the whole thing up like nothing I've ever seen. Make a good team. Bliss smiles a winning smile. As the lock's inner door chunks open, Moritz gives a rear whoop. He looks exhausted too, and for good reason. Moritz has been the one ferrying the tools, parts back and forth from the ship. His tired smile tells you he's glad it's done. Sleeper, Bliss, he shakes his head. Impressive. When I saw that ship come in, I thought there was no way. Oh, thank you, Moritz, she winks, for believing in us. Marshall says, you know what I mean, take the compliment. He shoulders some of the gear that came back in with you and Bliss and heads to the rack to stow it. Bliss turns to you. I think you should be the one to do the honor, she nods to the ragged-looking console that Moritz assembled. I don't want to jinx it, she smiles. But you can see she is genuinely nervous. Check the console. Glide over the console, check the screen. It takes a second to see what you're going to do, what you are doing through the flickering, cracked display, but after a moment you see the accounts. And there it is, almost 1,000 cryos set in the base transfer account. Well, Bliss calls, have been screwed again? It's there. Bliss kicks off from the floor and spins up into the bay, shouting as she does. The noise takes Morris by surprise and he knocks a rack of parts, scattering a handful of metal fixes across the bay. The side is something. Glinting steel catches the work. Wait, what? The side is something. Glinting steel catching the work lights like glitter. Stripe Bliss grinning when she comes back down. I needed that. She kicks off and joins with the terminal. Moritz even managed to sell that produce. We made a tiny profit, eventually. She laughs. Here, shows a stack of blank chits into the terminal and transfers a chunk of the cryos to them. This is your cut. But sends you the chits. Thank you for believing in this place. She looks away and smiles, even when I couldn't. When you first met me, I was on the edge of giving up. All it would have taken was one more push now. But now this place is sparking again. Work is coming in. There are funds in the account. Even Moritz has a spring in his step. Both look over at him. Happy you're racking up tools. That's because of you. She punches the arm. He likes you. He's a good kid. He isn't bad, is he? She leans in closer. You know he came in here looking to rob the place. I gave him a job instead. She laughs. Don't tell him I told you that. I just thought it might help you understand the kid. Morris turns to look at you. And both Bliss and you awkwardly wave. Maybe it's time to change the subject. Oh no. Vermon's gonna be a little easier. I'm going to look for some competent contracts. Some that will keep us inside the bay, not out in the back. Need to risk our necks if we don't need to. You want to cash out? That's fine, but there will always be work for you here when you need it. I appreciate it. She smiles and then, out of nowhere, quickly gives you a hug. She steps back and glances around reflexively. Take care, she says softly. You too. You should leave a sleeper? Yes? She smiles. Don't spend that all at once. How much? Oh, shit! We got 3-4. We rich, bro. We got a shit ton of money, bro. I can buy all the pills I want. It was all worth it. Emphys, give me some fungus. Beautiful. Thank you, Emphys. Damn, bro. You give me my pills, man. Give me my pills. Beautiful, my stabilizer pills. Alright, beautiful. Now let's clocks. Let's go see what's up in the Greenway. Oh, the mushrooms are ready? Fuck. Okay, let's... Oh, I got 2 into it on this. Okay. Okay, whatever. Let's put a 6 here. Nice. Roll 5, which makes that a 6 as well. Ooh. Feng is ready. Feng, you little beach. Disable my tracker. When you enter the service dock, Feng is already set up. Crouched among stacks of equipment, he is leaning over a terminal bathed in blue glow. He looks totally at home. Sleeper, what do you think? Turns out not everyone Havage is set against me. A couple of my old system pals managed to ship me some of my old gear. He gestures at the pile of blinking hardware. Nice kit. Feng does a mock bow. Any updates? Feng beckons you over. He has a set of scans of the waste of his terminal, with heat maps of activity overlaid. A chunk of the derelict rim is blotchy with bright red and orange marks. Does it look like a wasteland to you? Feng shakes his head. There's 100 coddling machines out there, all lined up in concealed hangars, and a whole underground facility to support them. Hardin has a crew out there putting them together. They must have shipped them in piece by piece for the shipyard ready for assembly out here. Why? They're planning something. No one needs 100 of heavy-duty reclamation drones to run this kind of operation. Maybe Hardin masked this whole thing as an effort to clean up the waste, but there is no way it's not pulling scrap off the eye. Feng's worried. And why is Conway in the mix? I bet no one in Havage knows another corporation setting up on the station. They are super eager. These scans are the best info I can get. The wastes are cut off from the eye and from the eye's cloud of network. And the Greenway is a total dark zone. No data can come in or out. I can try. No use, you need to enter the cloud, and there's no cloud to speak of. He turns and winks. That's why I'm gonna pay them a visit. How? You forget, Havage come in and out. Havage come in and out of their all cycle. I should be able to get in, as long as no one knows. Sees me, he rumbles playfully. But I need you on the outside to help disable the security systems and cut me a pathway through. There's no cloud access, but I can get inside and rack open the nodes in their network, and we can work in tandem. It's a massive facility buried deep down there, miles of corridor and ventways wrapped around the cargo and bays and hangars. The cargo bays and hangars. It'll take more than a few cycles to work through it, but as long as you can keep them off my back, I know I can rip what we need out of there. He pulls a handful of ripper worms from his pockets and hands them to you. These are the last of my little helpers. I managed to salvage to make them count. I modified them slightly. This time they'll feed their data threads back into the system that they were tunneling into, creating a nasty little feedback loop. You run it just like we did with the agent hack, the nodes. I ping to locate the ports for the security systems, then slot the worms in those systems and let them go to town. He points to a fuzzy silhouette of the buried facility of the terminal. Here's the entryway. This is where you can access and slot the first worm. That'll fry the perimeter systems and get me past the first cordon. What I need from you is to keep your eyes on the facility after you kick things off. You see me pop up on the security system, a server bank, you break it in and slot a ripper and disable it as soon as you can. If I can't. If it gives you a hard look, you miss the system, you wait too long, they're gonna find me. Simple as that. He claps you on the shoulder. I need you focused on this one, so I'm going to let you fire the starting gun. I won't go until you slot the first worm. I'll leave a tracker running on the terminal here, so come back here if you want to see my progress. He affectionately pats the top of the screen. Got it. Don't worry, you can run rings around their protocols. I've seen it. Feng gets up. It's all in place. You just need to make your own preparations to slot that worm. He stretches. Just don't wait too long. I'm getting bored of all this sneaking around. Once I'm inside, I'll get proof we need to end this whole thing no matter what. He crashes and checks the terminal. We can't take longer than 6 cycles on this thing. Remember that. He stands up. Oh, and one last thing. He lowers his voice. If I get caught or can't reach me for out of time, there's one thing I need you to do. He'll talk like that. Just listen. He has never seen Feng so serious. You take whatever I've managed to pull and that to pull at that point, all that data, you slot that stuff straight into the relay I've set up here. He points to a pile of servers and terminals hooked into a dock with cables as thick as your arm. It's a repurposed. I repurposed the dock SOS broadcast system to beam out whenever you put it in. Anyone with a terminal, a site, or a server on the eye will see it. That means having Shadagon to help everyone. No matter what, Hardin is not snaking away this time. He grins. I've got a bit more to do here, but the moment you slot the first worm in, I'll make my move. He gives you a parting smile. He turns back to the terminal. The nerves hit as you make your way out of the service dock. Time to prepare yourself. Uh-huh. Wait, what? Where is it? Is this it? Yes. Okay, I guess I'll do that next cycle. Maybe I'll get my fucking tracker disabled finally. Six cycles. Do we have 6 cycles? Ooh, if this doesn't work out, I'm gonna be kind of screwed, chat. Sweet the cat. Alright. Stabilizer. Wait, should I have used it? No. I used it at the perfect time. Because then if I used it before, I would have only been at 3 dice and not 5. And that's really bad. Okay. Let's begin, boys. Hi, fuck commune. No, fuck you guys. I gotta go heck. Input Ripper Worm. The cloud, as you saw the worm in, a thread jumps up out of the facility and then spools in front of you, releasing its data like ink and water. Sleeper Feng's voice crackled through, moving in. No dead ports. Worm interference. Slot the worms. Time to start now. Stay safe. Threat dissipate. You are on your own now. I got a 2 and I got a 3, but I only got 1 2, so let's use the 2. I got a 3. Oh, that's a double gate. I don't have a 4. Reroll. I got a 2. Beautiful. I'm guessing the next one will be 3, so I'll have to come back next cycle. Yep. 5 or 6, don't got that. 5 or 3, don't got that. 6 or 4, I got a 4. Alright. Yeah, we're almost in, bro. Nice. Right, hi for commune. Here. Take these. Negative, bro. What a heal. Alright, that's fine. Let's go eat. Then we'll come back tomorrow. Very nice. Let's sleep. Feed the cat. Because you gotta feed the cat. Oh shit, I forgot to sell my mushrooms. Boom. Oh, we got some money! Big rolls. Come on. I think I need a 6 and a 5. Minimally. Hey, that's good enough, I think. Because I can reroll the rest. Oh, wrong thing. Here we go. So that's 6 or 5, and this is 5 or 3. I have a 3. Oh, this I can do this, bro. What are you? A thread from the facility cuts through the cloud like a hairline crack of light. That's it. The final layer of security broken. Somewhere buried in the depths of the station, Feng is in control. He is slicing into the camera control circuits and piping out the result. The thread flickers and unravels into an image, a scene, 2 figures in a room, one sat, the other pacing. The pacing figure resolves into Hardin, the unmistakable superior posture, the shock of gray hair. The second figure features don't seem to resolve, they are vague, unformed. A problem of data, perhaps? You look closer. You see the figure is a proxy, perhaps you should have expected from Conway, a computer whose very existence is owed to automation. The proxy is a machine designed to be piloted by a remote connection, someone else, where it is system, puppeteering it with their own body, speaking, should may speak. The proxy sitting impassively, or the Conway executive that is piloting it does, from the distant safety of a ship or an orbital colony, perhaps. We can move forward, there is no doubt, Hardin says. The reclamation team are ready, almost ready, after all, that I will make the declaration, nothing has to change. The proxy leans forward, its movements tilted, and even in its body was being refracted through the water, but things must change, Hardin. We need further assurances. I have been informed of a breach in one of the closed networks at the low end. You have been careless. Our waves, the accusation away. We have been stretched. Our breach was detected, yes, but no data of value was lost. Our board is concerned, Hardin. A drop in our value will be welcome at this time. The proxy leans back as posture dominant. As the reclamation of A1 is contested, we could be drawn into a compromising legal position. Hardin approaches the proxy, there will be no contest, not from Solheim, who cannot muster defense, not from Havage, who will fall into line below me. He crouches in front of a seated figure, eye to eye, and the people of the station, refugees, gang spacers, all either opportunists or degenerates. Havage is no longer strong, no longer united, no one will believe in Erlin's vision. No one believes in Erlin's vision, nor has the strength to enact it. I sat across from him at the negotiation table. He was forceful, eager, wicked by his ideological convictions perhaps, but a great man nonetheless. This place no longer deserves to bear his name. The eye is crippled, it cannot survive. They're planning a revolution, a coup. It is a ruin filled with squatters and outlaws. They will be lucky if they'll spin in 100 cycles. If it still spins in 100 cycles, Hardin stands. We will move forward with the reclamation because otherwise you will lose your advantage on the system. Without your advantage, you will lose claims on the remaining palladium. Without the palladium, your factions will go dark, he pauses. Do I need to continue? One moment comes in, the response from the proxy, and its head drops into his chest. Hardin steps back and paces once more, awaiting the discussion taking place elsewhere in the system. You watch Hardin as he paces, as he considers his future. What goes on within a mind like that? The mind of man who would burn all those around him for a path for some imagined golden end. The proxy lifts its head. We're happy to proceed. We will legally claim the station formerly known as Solheim A1, a salvage within 6 cycles. Salvage is to assist the transport of illegal residents to Conway housing and labor facilities. The proxy judges to its feet. Conway will also claim 7% of the raw output. The reclamation process after loss has been accounted for. Hardin nods accept. The proxy reaches out to shake his hand like a marionette, and then the recording loops. You watch it play out a second time, gripped by horrific fascination. There's a bluntness to this conversation, to its blatant disregard for humans or anything other than objects. Things to be moves to be used to be fed into a structure, crushed, and losses accounted for in the cell of tables, the margin of ledgers. You realize now that you are no different than anyone else on this station in the eyes of the people in that room. And to those like them, each body here can recast as a piece of property, a tool, an expense, an acceptable loss. In a moment, they can be named a citizen, celebrated, protected, and the very idea of citizenship can be used against them. This is what it means to live in proximity to a system like this. No longer, not while the eye spins, you gather the recording packet into a polygon of purest light. Then you drift down into a service dock like a falling leaf and find the relay. It takes a second to place that polygon of data, that recording into a relay system Feng prepared, and you watch as it bursts out a web of threads heading into the back to every network device on the eye. To every network device on the eye. Let them see what power makes of a man. GG, little bro. Alright, we're a Hive member, boys. And we got 3 points again. 4! Should I get +2 on this? Who the fuck is Rico? You head down to the Haifa compound following a blue painted line that is labeled laboratories. The member you were assigned to work with told you that they'd asked to see you, but you still have no idea what about. The line takes you to the blue door and through to a glass roof chamber where a network of stems and leaves filter the sunlight coming through the ceiling, casting the whole chamber in a strange yellow-green. Peaceful, isn't it? Distracted by the green, you miss the woman standing at the lab bench, camouflaged by the dappled light. Welcome to my sanctuary, she smiles. Come, let's talk, she says and beckons you closer. What is this place? Here? These were processing centers for the agriculture of the old corporate station. She offers a handshake. I'm Rico. I run the botany program at Haifa. Botany program, yes. The plant and the green were vital to Haifa's continued existence. It's important we understand them. Shoves a tiny sample jar, yellow spores dance inside. Haifa lives off a land, the greenway. It's what allows us to live like we do. No one here pays or is paid. We sleep here, we feed each other, we work for each other. Rico walks away from the bench and waves for you to follow. She opens a small door and leads you down a glass corridor surrounded by vivid green. All this, she says, gesturing at the overgrowth, it's a kind of miracle. She looks at you with bright eyes. What do you think usually happens to plants on stations like this when they are abandoned? They keep growing? If only that was true. No, they don't. They dry up and they die. She leads you left at a crossroads, but here they endured. She smiles herself. Actually, no, they thrived. You look at the bright tendrils wrapped around the metal frames of the corridor. They look dominant, strong, like they're taking control of the place. Rico continues. Of course, Solheim tried to create a stable biosphere here, patchworking the surface of gardens and algae tanks that feed into the network of microbial reclamation systems. But the Greenway was always envisioned as an extractive, a place from which the harvest is removed and sold to those living on the station, not a closed loop. For this reason, when the collapse came, the Greenway should have gone with it. Erling himself was so convinced of this that his first colony never even came here to try to claim it. The ISI relied on outside favors and influence shipments from the inner systems and small-scale agriculture systems like kelp and fungal farm stacks. And yet here we are among growth and decay, a biosphere flourishing. When Haifa came here, we expanded to find only vacuum-dried stalks and leaves and perhaps some fungal colonies hidden in the mulch. We found a jungle. With this, Rico hits a button on the wall and leads you through a large pair of double doors into a huge impossible chamber. It is every kind of green, from pale algae tanks to dark vines that surround them. Yo, my nose is stuffed. It is wet too, a rarity on the eye. Condensation clouds the light from this high grass roof and gathers on the shiny broad leaves of shrub. Did you do this? She smiles. Well, not me. Rico turns to you, visibly excited by the room you're both standing in. It doesn't make sense, but in many ways the system has stabilized. Unlike the farm stacks closer to the gap, who need the input to support their meager outputs, this place runs itself. Perhaps Solheim managed something new here. Perhaps they tweaked the plans or built the new systems buried deep below us. Or perhaps the collapse caused some fortunate cascade, an unlikely chemical reaction within the biosphere. That's what I'd like you to help me find out. She turns to you, her forehead wet with dew. Me? Yes, you. Rico sits on a railing. These halls run deep, sleeper, and I'm getting old. She stamps her foot. Why us? What the fuck? A metal grating walkway. Whatever is causing this is to be found into the groves deep into the greenway. Haifa won't spare anyone for expedition. It's too dangerous and unnecessary. They say I can make the case, but I can't get votes. You sleepers are hardy beings, I know that much. And I can speak to the eye. And you can speak to the eye, uncover its secrets. Its ways I never can. She holds out an arm so you can help her stand. Bring me samples, spores, and blossoms. I can grow them in the lab and study them. The deeper they are, the deeper they are found, the better. I will try. Thank you, Smells. Thank you for listening. Rico leads you back to the huge chamber and up through the passage. She's a little slower now, stumbles on the steps. You help her when you can. It's good to have a new blood in the commune, she says. Many of us have been here a long time and a few come through. She settles back at the bench in the lab, stretching her legs. You go leave, come back if you find something, sleeper, she calls. There are discoveries to be made and you follow the blue line back up the compound, all the time thinking of that impossible magical green. Can I not put the seed here? Deliver spores. Brah. Rolled a 2 into a 1, bro. Fire. High for a dorm. Oh, we can sleep here now. Did I unlock every like sleep stuff? Ah, yes, the sleep stuff. How much money do we make if we just like work a little shift at the Bliss? 20 cryo, that's it. Mine! Is there another job coming in? I love jobs. Steve Jobs. Where's Feng? Feng, Jid, where you at? Feng's Bay, there he is. 2 cycles, alright. What could I spend my 1 on, bro? What the hell? Yeah, what clocks are left, actually? What the fuck? Yeah, low-key, I mean, there's I guess the shifts at the compressor. Let's get that on with, I guess. Fuck. It's dangerous as well? Are you fucking serious? Okay, whatever, let's do a 1, let's see what happens. -2 condition? Ethan, fuck you, bro. Flotilla. Oh yeah, that's the endgame stuff. Oh, Ethan can protect us. That's the... I don't give a fuck about you, Ethan. I don't want his protection, bro. He sucks. Why'd I waste my 1 for that, though? Ah, whatever. Alright, let's feed the cat. Here you go, kitty. Alright, let's end this cycle. And I'm gonna go down to 4 because I lost 2 because of fucking dumbass. Fuck. Alright, it is 2 cycles, right? I'm not geeking. Yeah, next cycle, Mr. Bro will be here. Okay, is there a... I guess let's go fucking... the mushrooms. I need spores. Oh, nice. Sleeper Rico greets you without... Whoa, slow down, bro. Sleeper Rico greets you without so much as looking up from her work. I have some of yours here. Come see. She beckons you over to heavyweight-looking consoles wired to a series of specimen jars. Some of which contains your spores. What does it say? The spores you have a real... Here are a real cocktail, a selection of types from within the groves, but I've been able to isolate a few. She taps on a specimen jar. Here we have Trichloma matsutake. The breezes through the Latin and Japanese pronunciation as if it was nothing. A species Solheim somewhat modified for use on the station. She brings up a panel on her console showing a chemical composition, all gradient bars and obtuse acronyms. This is the composition of Solheim modified Matsuke spores. Modified? Yes, every species on the eye is tweaked variant of Solheim, of course, but that's not the point. Rico brings up another panel identical in layout, but with wildly different colors and numbers. You see, this is what your Matsutake spores look like. I don't get it. Look at the composition, they're totally different. Rico glances at specimen jar, and if I might have something to add, they are fundamentally the same spores, but they carry different chemicals, different signals. She leans back and sighs. Solheim may have introduced their own tweaked version in the beginning, but the groves have instead are affecting them. I think it's hard to tell without a sample of fully grown mushrooms. She meets her out, and herein lies her problem. She moves to another desk with two trays sit side by side. The first contains nothing but plant mulch. The second you smell before you even look at it. It's pungent aroma of a fruiting matsutake, like rotting sodden overall laced with an edge of spice. The matsutake here are grown from Solheim stock, pulled from a spore vault in the complex. She winks. They're delicious, by the way, she says them aside. The empty tray is germinated with spores you collected. No activity, no germination, no nothing. But the groves are full. Yes, they are. Riza looks at you directly and suddenly realizes how much she is enjoying this. So here's our puzzle, Sleeper. Spores from the groves won't grow in the lab. But gathering fruiting bodies from the groves is too unpredictable. We need to grow a fruiting body from some of these spores so we can track it, understand it. In short, we need to become a mushroom farmer. I should already started. Rick looks impressed. Well, an eager mycologist. I'd never have guessed. I assume you set it up in the aviary. I've been eyeing that place for its proximity to the groves. Bring me whatever grows, not just Matsutake. There's more than a couple of variants in there, so I'll need plenty of samples. She plucks them as from the tray. His little fangs are a reflection of their condition, their smell, their taste, their chemistry. It all derives from the condition, their growth. She smells the gap. Enough of these, and we'll have a picture of what is happening here, of the ways in which this biosphere is modifying itself or being modified, whichever the case may be. Riko pops the Matsutake cap in her mouth, taking you by surprise. And don't worry, Sleeper, she says, while softly chewing. If this turns out to be a dead end, I'll make sure that not a single mushroom will go to waste. I got everything. Did I pre-fire this mission, bro? Riku meets her at the entrance of the lab, leaning on her crutch. Oh, I didn't know she had a crutch. With a glint in her eye. Walk with me, Walker. I'd like to tell you a story. She makes her way down the corridor that leads up towards the main commune building. People first crossed what we call the Founder's Gap to the Greenway. They did so against the wishes of Andre Erlin. At the time, Erlin was trying to stabilize the unit and establish control over the Eye in the wake of Solheim's collapse. It was chaos, competing factions, falling systems, so many dead and injured from the rise. That was his priority. We both crossed like a glass roof tunnel. The greenway outside, crowded with vines and branches, dappling the light. Erlin had ridden the greenway off, cut off from the rest of the station, and linked to a broken spoke. He claimed it was a matter of time before everything here would die. He refused to let anyone abandon their duty unto the Union and cross, so they were traitors to the cause, or as good as. Rico continues, making her slow but steady way to the inner gardens of the commune. There weren't many of us, but we believed what was here was worth saving. We had to keep our plan secret until we crossed, and some of us left people behind. She pauses to catch her breath. Her voice cracking, it is difficult to know it from effort or emotion. What we found was a disaster, nothing like what you see here. Half of the green was leaking oxygen to space, the plants flash frozen. The other half was a swamp of mulch as decaying matter clogged every system. We worked hard, we lost good people, we cleaned up and closed up, but it was never going to be enough. After many cycles, we all knew this place was doomed, but we kept on working, taking less and less because we couldn't face it. We all developed a death wish. If the greenwood was going to die, so would we. What changed? Everything, Rico smiles. We crossed some invisible boundary, tips on biological scale, and the greenway started to recover. Plants flowered, crops sprouted. For the first time, we reaped the fruits of our labor, Rico smiled, looking up at you. We thought it was us that we managed to do just enough to end the cycle of decay. I thought we had saved the greenway until today. About to the grow beds of the commune, rich with the hustle and bustle of Haifa members planning and harvesting. For a while, Rico is quiet, and you both simply observe the hypnotic movement of the work crews. The eager chatter washing over you like a wave. Rico smiles herself. I should have known, of course, that our arrogance was unfounded. That we needed to believe back then. We needed a myth to bring people across the gap. You both move in smaller corridor, Rico following some direction unknown to you. What you have shown me is that back then the greenway saved us, not the other way around. Tell me, have you consumed one of those Matsuke or girl caps you have been growing up? I imagine they were delicious, nutritious, almost uniquely so, she muses. After all, they were designed for you. Ryu has a mischievous look. At first I thought it was location they were growing at that made the mushrooms from that aviary, from the labs, or from the grove different than each other. What I've come to understand is that it is the person growing them. The Matsake and Groll caps you brought me are totally unique, containing compounds never usually found in similar specimens in my possession. Many of these compounds aren't even digestible to humans, but for a sleeper like you? Rigo smiles as she leads you to the internal garden of the commune, where the Haifa members have planted species all over the greenway. Back when the tide turned, when the Greenway started to recover, we all felt something, a response. It was as if this place was not just alive as a force is alive, but alive in other ways, communicative, responsive. We shrugged it off at the time, but now understand why. Rico stops and turns to you. Could it be like, could it be the in link with the what's his name, like the gardener? Rico stops and turns to you. This place is responding to us, adapting itself to us. It is growing, fruiting bodies for you. For me, it is adapting, changing. It is, in short, displaying all the signs of sentience. The Greenway is sentient? Perhaps not the Greenway, but the ecosystem itself, or something within it. Rico sits on a bench within the peaceful garden, within the peaceful gardens, and gestures you to join her. For you to join her. When you have been growing the Girolles and the Mitsatake and the Aviary, those species have so familiar to the Greenway have you discovered any others? Yes. Rico could barely contain the excitement. I should have seen those. Please bring me some the next time you're here. You look around the garden, amazed at the sense of peace within it. Rico interrupts the silence. There is a species of mushrooms that I haven't seen in years. It is dark, short, shaped like a club. We first found those in the early days when we were working to save this place. It was around the time when we started to lose our first members. There was some infection, some mold growing deep in the dark mulch that drowned this place. At that point, we thought we were lost, and then these mushrooms emerged from the same black mold. We tested them and saw they contained some compounds that counteracted the mold. They contained an antidote. Of course, as a botanist, I don't know how the fuck you say that. I saw this as a part of the natural process of this ecosystem, even if the timescale seemed absurdly short. But what I am wondering is if that antidote was perhaps a gift. Rico meets your eyes. Perhaps, if you are patient, you will receive your gift to a sleeper. You both sit for a while, Rico seemingly done telling stories for the day. You watch the light playing off the leaves and plants around you and ponder what forces could be at play in this place. After a while, you stand and leave with a quiet nod to Rico, leaving her to her memories. I got a bunch, bro. I'm spearing this questline. Rico is at her bench running small vials of some liquid through an old chemical analysis machine. The wiring of the spinning drum fills the lab with white noise. You aren't sure if she notices you approach. Sleeper, it's good to see you. She looks up, smiling. This little project of ours has been keeping me awake the past few cycles, but right now, well, I think I have something. What is it? The drum finishes spinning and Rico lifts a vial from it, holding it up the light. This is something I extracted from those clubheads you've been bringing me, and according to my analysis, it's a substance totally unique on the Greenway. You look at the small amount of liquid in the vial. Yeah, what it might be, Rico asks without looking up from the vial. Stabilizer? Rico nods. You're the first sleeper to come through here. Perhaps I should have mentioned that earlier. Rico's tone suddenly drops, changing it to atmosphere in the lab. I just thought. She pauses, thinking very carefully how to use. I just wanted you to trust us. What do you mean? She sighs. They came through a fair few cycles ago. We found them wandering in the broken section near the gap. The members who brought them in had never seen one of you before. They were terrified of this strange person wandering in from open vacuum. They were quieter than you and damaged. We did our best to patch them up and welcome them to the commune. I only really spoke them once while I was working on their wounds along with a couple of system engineers. She looks nervously at you. I've never seen a body like that before. I took some reading some samples. Samples? I have to understand, I was curious. I didn't know what I was looking at. I just took a little of the damaged material, less than a thumbnail. She shifts her weight to her crutch. The next cycle they were gone. They took a little food and hiked up towards the wild margins where the Greenway meets the way. Someone saw them in the distance, but that was it. They disappeared to the overgrowth. She sits down heavily, the vial in her hand. When I saw you, I wanted things to be different. I wanted to keep you here rather than let you disappear into whatever they ended up. She smiles herself. Yes, I wanted to understand this place better, but I also want to help you. Somehow, both my wishes have come true at once. She holds out a hand with the vial. This is for you. You take the stabilizer, the glass, cold and smooth in your palm. Thank you. Don't thank me, she gazes out the Greenway through the glass. These clubhead caps made it for you, or at least who or whatever made those clubheads. She starts to clear her bench. It was right there, contained in their tissue. I only had to extract it. I imagine you understand how incredible that is. Yeah. I learned enough from that sleeper to know that your body, your frame as it runs on some exotic technology. Some exotic technology that has a time limit built in. Somehow the Greenway knows that too. It understands your physiology much better than I ever could and knows how to treat you. Just like that miraculous antidote that sprung from the mold, so too has it sprung from your presence here. The Greenway is speaking to you and is welcoming you. She looks up. And that sounds crazy, but I know it to be true. Here's the evidence. And what I also know is that it is no longer speaking to me. Even after decades here, I have never seen this kind of response. Not since the antidote so many cycles ago. She smiles. So I'm going to make you a deal. You bring me as many club heads as you like. I'll extract the stabilizer and give it to you freely, but you have to tell me what the Greenway says. You have to speak with it to dig into it, to find what being is at the center of it. I've traveled as far as I can. I need you to do the rest. Can you do it? Yes. Rico sighs and relieves the flavor. Thank you. I'm sorry the other sleeper, truly am. I'm sorry I couldn't have done more, but I am so glad I met you. She smiles. You're welcome here anytime. Rico falls silent. She looks smaller now, more fragile, and you realize how old she must be to have seen the collapse firsthand. You idle a little in the lab in case she asks for anything else, but you remain silent, and so you drift back into the tunnel. Thoughts of that other sleeper and where they ended up weighing on your mind. Is that the sleeper that Ankita killed? Hey, more drives. We're at 5 points, bro. We're fucking rich. We're fucking rich. I guess let's try to get the +2 on engage as well. Why not? Plant seed, boom. The gardener's gift. Damn, bro, we got two stabilizers now. Great. Wait, did I just finish everything here? I guess I did. Now it just like, well, almost. I have the, what's it called? The seed, the gardener seed. When is Feng ready? Next cycle? Is there a clock I can progress? What is left to even progress anymore? Broke boy, I'm not helping him. The bar here, I guess. Alright, let's see. Feed the cat. Meow. Oh fuck, I starved. That was idiotic. Emphys, where are you, bro? I need to eat. Perfect. Alright. Feng, bro, disable my tracker. Feng grins at you as the bay door slides open. Above in the rest of the building, people are busy, frightened. They speak in hushed tones and organize endless meeting after endless meeting. Haven't have avoided a full-blown crisis for now, but change is coming. Feng is in good spirits and bundles you inside before you have a chance to greet him. That was the slickest operation the station has seen. He hugs it firmly. You made my job easy. He shakes you up by the shoulders. I'm so proud. And he smiles. I got to watch through the cameras as the Haven security that weren't in assaulted the station. Feng smiled. One of them straight up just whacked Hardin with their pistol. It was beautiful. What are you going to do with him? I'm not sure anyone knows, but he is cooperating in dismantling his operation and scaring off Conway. Maybe they'll exile him when they are done or hand him over to some court authority. Feng shrugs. Now I know he won't be an issue. I'm going to be focusing on systems for a bit, he shakes head, seeing as that's my actual job. Bruh, can you remove my fucking tracker? He points to the ceiling. The people upstairs weren't so happy though. They've been fielding questions about the state of the eye right and left since the recording got out. People are scared. Not surprised, yeah. This whole thing hasn't won me many fans in the administration, but I think in the end they'll agree that outing Hardin was worth it, whatever the methods. He touches a stack of hardware. That is old and it never meant to run like this. The master control points that are late and haven't installed, they keep it spinning from the rim. This isn't ideal. But if you're asking me if the eye will stop spinning next cycle, no, he smiles. And me and a ton of other skilled people will work to stop it happening in this cycle after that. Hardin's problems was that he didn't believe in people, he believed in systems and their ability to shape the world around them. Feng squeezes your shoulder, but as far as I'm concerned, people should be the one running systems, not the other way around. Anyway, Feng raps. Said the terminal. I know you didn't come here for a lecture. My tracker, bro. I haven't forgotten Hebrews at thumbnail drive. I managed to finish the code solution I showed you. It's a modified ripworm, one made to deactivate that tracker of yours. Yes! Oh no, but in the time since I got back, I did something extra. The tracker of yours doesn't just show SNR where you are at. It transmits data about the state of your body, your current condition. When we'll just deactivate it, it'll edit that data to tell SNR your body is irreparably damaged, DNR, do not retrieve. He grins. Pretty smart. Thank you. Just thought it already. You take the drive. Finally! Hold in your head and then you close your eyes and open up access ports. Take down your defenses. The worm immediately enters your closed network and whips through it, taking things with as it goes. The moment they're gone, you forget that they were ever there. They just blink out of existence. A second later, it is done. You're open your eyes. How do you feel? Asks Feng, a little nervous. Free. Feng smiles wildly, but you're a free sleeper. He claps you on the shoulder. Feng lets the word free hang in the air a little before he continues. Seems like it might be finally time for celebration. Feng wraps his arm around you. Just owes us those drinks. He laughs and you join him. Later, when you leave, you feel deeply thankful for having such a friend. Well, I mean, he low-key used us for like half of the time, but then I agree with his, like what we were doing. As you walk away from the building, you look up at the wide curve of the eye, up at the hub and the other rim beyond. The whole thing twinkles with light, and it seems impossible to see it as anything other than breathtakingly beautiful. It feels in that moment like something eternal. That doesn't mean it can or even should last forever, or that will never change, fade, or decay. It simply means that in that moment, this place has a future, and it is one that you know deeply and truly is worth protecting. I disabled my tracker. Complete active scenes. Wait, what? Have more active scenes. 3 points. Give me +2 here. Ethan. The compressor is almost empty when you enter a couple of scattered patrons in the pool. I hope he's dead, but I don't give a fuck about this guy. The bartender recognizes you immediately when you arrive and nods and you return the greeting. You already know you won't find Ethan here, but you have to be sure. If your trackers are reporting you dead, he won't have stuck around. You look at the empty stool, his empty stool, and you smile. You can't imagine him on it with when his state chirps, letting him know the target is tracking is dead. You can imagine the screaming and the swearing too. Is that all you were to Ethan, another target, or was there something else going on? It seems like a foolish question to ask now, but when he has fled the station, it bothers you anyway. You take one last look and walk out. You doubt you will ever come back to this place with the memories it holds. You walk out into the light of the bright market and allow yourself a smile. So this is what Feng meant when you said you were free. You could get used to this. Well, I'm wondering if there was like a whole side quest with him, but I don't really give a fuck, I'll be honest. He was a jerk. I mean, that was his job, so whatever. C'est la vie, my friend. Let's go make a ship mine and sell that beach. Oh yeah, we're rich, bro. We got some bling on. We got some bling on. Alright. What is... I think we're nearing the end of the game, my friends. Partner's gift, that's gonna take a few cycles. Wait, what? Why hasn't that updated? You have to actually click it. Interesting. There's only a few clocks left, I think. Yeah. Yeah. Yep. There's not much left to do, boys. Talis stands back from the newly finished still and tub, hands on hips. Look at this, she grins, to overlook the celery in all its glory. She squeezes you around the shoulders. Thank you. How's sourcing ingredients? Talis smiles. I think I've got most of it covered between the food factories and the low end and the farm stacks on the greenway. However, she pauses. There is an issue. What's the problem? Well, Jarol the drink, as you probably guessed, is named after Jarol the mushroom. That's what gives it that golden color and earthy taste. That the alcohol is infused with the mushroom along with a mix of spices. That means you need Jarol caps to make Jarol, but no one wants to supply us. The distilleries of the Greenway are taking all the stock from the farms out there, so it's hard to get a single cap across the Founder's Gap. However, I have an idea, she smiles. We can grow our own Jarol caps here, she gestures at an increasingly equipped back room. I can bring you mushrooms. That gives you a pitying look. Where's your vision? Any outside supplier means they take a cut. Okay, maybe not you, but someone somewhere takes a cut. Tekka puts a hand on the still. We made a still. We set it all up. How hard can growing mushrooms be? They don't need light. They barely need soil. We can do this. She pauses, or at least we could if we had something to grow them from, like spores. Exactly. Suddenly you feel like you've walked into a trap, and you are the perfect person to get me those spores. She nods rapidly. Think about it. You build the still, and you're great with plants. You know the eye like the back of your hand. Need I go on? Half of that isn't even true. Don't be so modest. She pats your shoulders. Look, I can't leave the bar and the other people picking up shifts. She grimaces. I'm saying it has to be you. Fine. Wonderful. Love it over on the greenway. I think all that fresh air and open space. She sees your expression. Okay, I'm done. She turns back to look around and still fledgling distillery forming around it. It really is something though, isn't it? And want to or not, you really have to agree. She needs spores as well. Why does everyone eat spores, bro? That's fine. I'm the spore guy, I'm the mushroom guy, I'm the fun guy. Let's sleep, let's feed the kitty cat. Meow. Alright, let's eat. Actually, no, we don't need to eat. Because we have this. It gives us a shit ton of energy. I guess let's go get some more spores. So we need Jarol caps for these guys towards the end of the game, I think. Yep, 2. Seems easy enough. I just need to like do this. Oh well. And to it +2. I need more, bro. Fuck. Okay, I guess I'll go spend the 5 somewhere and then reroll the 1. What clocks are left? Yeah, I guess I should focus on this, huh? Huge. I don't really want to plant mine, bro. Kind of feel like it's useless now. Well, actually, it gives 3. Only need 2 for a seed. So that's like 6. Yeah, I mean it's like decent, like ROI, I guess. Whatever. How much time is that gonna take? 6? What the fuck am I gonna do in the meantime, bro? What the fuck? Guess I'll just have to stack my fucking money. Yeah, I think, Chad, we're nearing the end of the game, bro. No, let's go to the regular shit. Let's feed the kitty. Let's end the cycle, and then next cycle we use a stabilizer. Because if not, we're gonna have only 3 dice, and I'm not a fan of that at all. Sleeper, long time, or just smiling at you when you leave. Clearly happy to see you. Always good to see you. Same here, rubs his hands. How you been? Working hard? I bet he grins. Well, you're always welcome to hang out at the bay if you want to. That's around. Actually, that's what I'm here about. I know Bliss said she didn't want to take any more big jobs, but she changed her mind or something, he grins, because now we have someone looking for a refit of their ship in our bay. And you would not believe it, they want their entire ship disarmed, cutting out defense arrays, weapon lockers, ship-to-ship countermeasures, the whole lot. He lends in. We'll be able to start on an arms dealership with all that hardware we'll have up there when we are done. He laughs. Anyway, it's a massive job and we need some hands, Bliss said, to get you. Come on up, Bliss is waiting on you to accept the job. He pauses. It'll be good to have you up there again. He grins like the old times. Alright, bro, Chacho, I'll help you guys out. Anyways, not like I got much else to do. When you enter the bay, it is weirdly quiet. Mertz has been on some errand, and maybe Bliss is prepping the kit. Sleeper and Kita is drifting at one side of the bay. You missed her completely when you came in. The idea of not seeing Ankita when you entered the room would have seemed unlikely to you several cycles ago, but seeing her without her armor, she's smaller, less imposing. Ankita. She nods and kicks off from the wall, drifting closer. So what is this, she asks. Come to avenge Ashnor, his sleeper, or just looking for another payout? Her anger is familiar, but quieter than before, restrained. Why is she mad at us? I don't want to fight, and why are you here? She looks away. You can tell her anger isn't directed at you, in particular, just radiates off her like fire. You better be ready, sign comes out a shout to the Bantress, because I've got my best repair tech coming up here especially, and they are going to. Blizz glides in and suddenly stops her when she sees you and Akita standing off. Oh, Sleeper, you already met her. Oh, how did I read that, bro? Oh, Sleeper, you're already here. Miss Cassetta, this is the tech I was telling you about. The best on the hood. She stops looking between you two. Wait, do you two know each other? You keep the look at each other. We work together. Bliss squints at you before continuing. Bliss persists late. Now, Miss Cassetta, if you'd like to sign our damage waiver here, we can start on the decommission. She looks. But here is eager to get started, so am I. You get to scrawls her signature across the slate. Thank you, Bliss. Pause. And everything is okay with the special payment term we discussed? She gives Akita a strange smile. All fine, says Akita, giving you another hard look. Then she kicks off and drifts to the entrance. I'll be in the gimbal, she says, and leaves. Special payment terms. She looks over her glasses at you. Look, Sleeper, there's something I have to tell you. She glances around at you. What is she so nervous about? This isn't exactly a typical job. Miss Cassetta, I mean Akita, she gives you a knowing look. Doesn't have any chits to pay us. So we've made a special agreement, she says. I'm leaving. You're joining a mercenary crew? Don't make me laugh. Akita's an ex-merc. Why do you think she's getting us to remove all her ship armaments? Amber, the ship is called Amber. Bliss gives you a funny look. There's some deep history here, huh? She looks up at the hand to stop you from answering. Look, all I care is that she is heading for the starboard belt. Starboard vector. Guys, I think I know what the second game is gonna be about. She looks at the bay. That's where I'm headed. She turns back to face you. Also wanted to ask you. She stops her. I'd like you to come with us? I can't. She interrupts you for answering. I know things have been hard for you on the eye, and you helped me so much. Asking Kita if she'd carry the two of us, and she said yes. Birds will take over the bay anyway, although if you stay, you're welcome to help him run it. I just thought, she says, you might be in need of a fresh start as much as I am. She turns away nervously. Think about it anyway. The berth is there. We've got to finish the job first anyway. Well, brochacho, without the pills, I'm dead. And with that, she kicks away and heads to the rack. Before you can offer an answer, moments later, Moritz enters with a new cutting torch for disarming of the ambergris. The starboard belt, you push your thoughts to the back of your mind. Time to get to work. What is the starboard belt? This doesn't seem like let's go work for the fucking Yatagan. See what happens with that. That's gonna take a while, huh? As your goodbyes to the other enforcers, you walk back for the low end. Chirping catches your attention. In a quiet corner away from the main thoroughfaces, someone has stuck a small recorder to the wall, suit sealing tape written across the fluorescent tape is one word Sleeper. You peel it away to the wall, and as you do, it triggers some kind of improvised trip switch. Sleeper's Sabine switch crackles though. I have seen you with Yataga members. Are they holding you captive now too? High wine. I'm sorry if I have dragged you into this. Do not trust them. Something is happening with Finn gang, some kind of power struggle. You cover the speaker a little, their voice too loud in the quiet corridor. I will come soon, thanks for your efforts. I have located most of their properties at the right time. I'll see you soon, don't give up, remember our deal. You start the recorder processing what you have just have heard. Hearing Sabine's voice again opens up something inside of you, and that's an ARP employee. Do they know what I know? You struggle with a mix of concern and distrust. You further recorder to a nearby waste chute. As you leave the corridor, you're still unsure who to trust, and head quietly out of the low end. Bro, I would fucking destroy that shit. Yeah, I guess let's progress this. Why not, bro? Let's get some scrap as well. Some scrapalicious scrap. Am I done soon? How many more? 4? That's gonna take a whole cycle, bro. What ale? Pills. Feed the cat. These are some good rolls, man. Maybe I should spend them on someone else, because that's like I only need 4. Like I need 4 for those. Like it's not a big deal. Here, yeah, let's use this. 3? Okay, let's finish this now, I guess. Reroll the 3 to 3. Amber looks better than she ever has before. Bliss has done an incredible job of cleaning up the hole, and despite the exterior changes being limited, she has the impression of being lighter, somehow sleeker than before. Moritz drifts by. He has been loading up the final equipment onto Amber. It turns out Akita will be taking her weapons, but packed and ready to sell the first starboard belt port she hits. But now Moritz is done. He seems in a kind of daze, floating back and forth aimlessly. You okay, Moritz? What's that? He turns. Oh, right, yeah. Packed and stacked. He smiles a weak smile. Was hoping Miss Cassetta would let me keep a warhead. What do you think of her? Miss Cassetta, he shrugs. She seems tired and old, like older than she looks. Hey, sleeper, he looks down. Did you know Bliss was leaving? You understand now? She told him. That's why he is like this. I did. He nods distractedly. She says this place is mine. He looks up around the bay. It is suddenly some vast space he doesn't know what to do with. Can you manage it? He looks down at you, glazed look on his face. I don't know. I just don't know. A dark look suddenly crosses his face. Hey, sleeper. There's something Bliss said too. He beats right. Are you going too? Before he can answer, Nikita glides into the bay, a massive crater on her shoulder. The crate. Sleeper, you coming or what? Bliss is already on board. She stops by the terminal, holding herself in place. Mertz looks at her with a dazed expression. You look at Ankita. She's keeping it together now. She's packed all those bad feelings down someplace where you'll never see them and build a foundation on top. She may not be a mercenary anymore, but you imagine most people would think twice before trying to cross her. Well, she looks at you. I'm not eager to spend another moment of my time on this station unless I have to. She pauses, looking between you and Moritz. She sighs. I'll give you a minute, and she kicks off with the crate, taking it to the end of the bay where Ember still said it's docked. What the fuck? I can just... Does it not end the game right there, bro? Let me check. I'm not going, bro. Citizen sleeper leaving on Ember. Because this is one of the endings. What happens if you choose an ending, bro? Has 3 endings. Oh, so is the canon ending this? Because this is the starboard vector and it went to the starboard passage, no? So is this not the canon ending? Oh no, not really. Okay, this is not the ending I want. And if I'm not sure if I pick this ending, can I? Does the game save like on this cycle and I can play again? I'm staying. Fuck off. Let's check what the ending was. Choose to leave. So this is the text you get if you choose to leave. This is you. She turns you to you. She turns you to a small room with a bunk and a porthole to the flickering lights outside. The side wall is slopped like a roof, and tucked beneath it a small desk and terminal. Bliss is next door though. I think she's in the hold right now. She said she wants to make sure the warheads are locked down tight. Kid observes your nervous response. I mean, they're obviously. She gives you a look. Kid slips when you look around the room. You go over to the porthole and place a hand on the wall and feel Amber purr. You think they're going to like it here. You think you're going to like it here. You stay like that for a while, looking out the porthole, one hand on the wall, feeling the ship. It is through that porthole that you will watch the eye getting smaller and smaller, drowning in the black. At some point, it will become so small that you could hold it between your thumb and index finger, and then it will wink out, and you won't be able to see anymore. And it is at that moment that you finally exhale and collapse onto your bunk. Moments you will be asleep, and when you wake up, it'll be among friends, on our way somewhere new. Moritz looks like he might pass out asleep. Are you sure? Are you doing this for me? I'm saying for me, bro. Moritz nods. Look, I don't know. It feels like this ending like has a bunch of plot holes. One, how the fuck is he gonna stay alive? Because he needs the stabilizers. And why would he leave his life here? It's not like it's terrible. We got rid of the tracker. We have some friends. Amphis, Lena, and the little kid, but they're probably gonna be gone. But like, we're good here, bro. Why would you just leave everything behind for no reason? Kid comes back. Maybe like, okay. You staying then, sleeper? No, I'm staying. She nods. Well, okay then. One less mouth to feed. She pauses. Look, sleeper, I'm not going to go back where everything that happened, she says. I'm trying to put that behind me, but hope you find what you're looking for here. She smiles and kicks off, gliding to the amber agree. Also, Feng. It ends the sour belt beyond. You both watch in silence as Amber drives fire up. I guess it's our place now, says Moritz, the weight of everything suddenly hitting him. Your place. He smiles, okay, but I need some help from time to time. You both stay for a while and watch Amber and Bliss and Ankia leave. And then Moritz goes to the racks to finally implement a new organizational system and head out, promising to be back to check on things soon. As you glide around the soft curve of the hub, you catch glimpses of the distant stars flicking through the windows. They're beautiful, it's true, but by now you think of them as a distraction. In your time on the eye, you realize that there's nothing out there waiting for you. No fresh starts, no bright futures, just a whole lot of problems you haven't found yet. No, your place is here among the people you know and the problems you know. You wish Ankita and Blizz the best of luck out in the belt, but as you do, you focus on the eye and the vast spinning rim that rotates around its hub, on its buildings and flashing lights, on its people and places. It's your home, and for now, it contains all the futures you need. What? No, wait, the game ends here. Did I get fucking trolled? Oh my god, I didn't realize, like, whatever you choose, that's the ending. Next. Okay, so if I chose the other one, what happens? So you can't play anymore? And can I experience the other endings? What was the achievement I just got? the Feng can be repaired with enough time and effort. What's the counterpoint to that? Oh, I guess it's the hidden. For future, it's more. What? Oh, I think we could see even get fucking killed. Damn, too bad. Wait, I stopped this thing though. Why do I not have the fucking... What? Oh, maybe I should have checked the fucking sheet. Whatever, next round is yours. Moritz arrives at the table with a couple of steel drink canisters. Typical of the hub's only bar, the Gimbal Lounge. He settles at the webbing besides the table and plugs them down into a magnetic table. This place you have decided is ridiculous. A rapidly spinning cavernous sphere, the Gimbal's weak gravity, just like the gravity at the eye's rim, is created by its gut-wrenching rotation. The interior surface of the sphere is the Gimbal's floor, which descends towards the equator, where one long bar loops around the entire circumference. Tumbling out from the central ring are an array of booths and seating arrangements, equipped with all kinds of harnesses and webbing to keep customers in place. Those harnesses are there because the gimbal doesn't quite spin up fast enough, and you watch as the clientele bounce towards the bar in lazy arcs or shift from table to table with graceful leaps. What are you thinking? Asks Moritz, noticing you're staring out at the gimbal. Where this place is, and Moritz glances around. As if for the first time, yeah, Blissful never used to like coming here. Moritz takes a drink and stretches. So, sleeper, you sticking around? If you'll have me. Moritz not, of course, I'm going to need help in the bay. Moritz rubs his back and said, one cycle at a time, that's how we'll take it. That's easy, you aren't sure if he's talking to you or himself. We'll make it. He lifts his drink for a toast to the next cycle, he pronounces and knocks it back. Later, when you finally leave the gimbal, Moritz is still laughing and you help him out of the spinning gimbal and back onto the hub, sending him on his way home to the bay. Then you pause for a moment and watch the stars as they spin and spin around the eye. You smile to yourself and think of Bliss and Ankita out there somewhere among those points of light to the next cycle. I get why Ankita wanted to leave. I'm not sure why Bliss wanted to leave, but maybe there's more there. More than meets the eye. Okay, so if I finish this clock, this is also an ending, I'm sure. There's still content, bro. Why would I want to end it early, bro? I'm enjoying this game. Let's go to sleep. And I think this is a good point to end the game. We got to see one of the, like, possible endings. Alright guys, thanks for joining me. Hope you guys are enjoying the gameplay, even though literally no one is watching this game, because this is like such a niche game. But if you're out there a human watching this, hope you enjoyed this gameplay. Hope my dyslexia isn't triggering too much, because me reading out loud, bro, that is painful work. Anyways, see you guys around.